Kenny Grono is the founder of Buckminster Green, a general contracting company specializing in green home remodeling. Based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Buckminster Green reflects Kenny's deep commitment to the principles of green building.
I wanted to make Buckminster Green a green remodeling company because I wanted to go to work each day and feel good about what we were doing. I didn't want to show up at a job site and see a dumpster full of waste that didn't need to be there. I didn't want to walk into a house at the end of a project and smell that quote-unquote new car smell, which is really formaldehyde, which is used in embalming bodies. I wanted to do things that were beautiful, that were going to last, and that would allow people to live a healthy life. Remodeling is the greenest way to build because if you're remodeling, you're taking a place that's already been built for who knows how long. Most of the houses we work on, at least 100 years. On the project we're currently working on, we're reusing the sidewalls. So that's a lot of brick that we're not putting in. We're reusing the front wall. A lot of the framing, the floor joists, the rafters, that's all staying. And so that's all wood that didn't need to be milled, brick that didn't need to be made. We basically take it down to a shell and then start over, reconfigure the house. When you're remodeling an older home and you want to increase the energy efficiency, one of the first places you need to work is on insulating the building. A lot of old buildings have no insulation. If they are insulated, they're not well insulated. Depending on the age of the structure, this can be tricky. Let's say you have a brick home with plaster walls. In between that plaster and brick might only be 2 inches. If instead of brick you had wood siding on the outside, we'd drill holes in every stud bay and blow insulation in there. That could be cellulose, which is recycled newspaper. That could be a fiberglass. If we use fiberglass insulation, it's formaldehyde free. That could also be a spray foam. Spray foam is ideal because it completely seals the cavity and you get the most out of those 2 inches. Your roof and your attic are the critical places to insulate. Obviously heat rises, and so the first place it's going to try to get out is through the ceiling. If you don't have good access to the attic, we can insulate on top of the roof. And so if we're replacing the roof, sometimes it makes sense to put 4 to 6 inches of rigid foam on top of the roof. There's always room to go up, and you can get your insulation that way. So the first thing before upgrading your furnace in your old house, the first thing is to try to insulate. More important than windows, even. A lot of people think replacing the windows is the first thing they should do. In my home, I have 100-year-old wood windows. They're the original windows. They have the original glass in them. On the outside of that, we have storm windows. As long as those storm windows are caulked and well sealed, that is a good enough window. Those windows don't need to be replaced. When you have drafts around windows, it's usually not the window. It's not that the air is coming through the window, it's coming around the window. Often the windows weren't well installed, or over time caulk has failed, insulation has settled, and those are the places you want to look to make sure that the building is sealed up. So air sealing first, insulation next, and then look at upgrading the efficiency of some of the systems, like your furnace, like your water heater. But can an old house be remodeled in a green way? Absolutely. We do it every day. The big things we're going to look at when we're picking a material are where did it come from? That touches on both how far away does it need to travel to get to us? Is it coming from a forest that's been sustainably managed, or is it coming from a forest that's been clear-cut? Is it coming from a post-consumer waste and being recycled into a material, or is it some virgin material that's being turned into our building material? Another thing we're going to look at is where does it go? So we always have to think, even though we're building something to last, there is a lifetime to everything. So we're going to think about when that time comes, are these materials that can be reused by someone else in a different way? Is this something that can be recycled, or is it a product that's going to be difficult to dispose of and toxic? We're looking for things that are non-toxic, meaning we don't want products that are off-gassing, formaldehyde, VOCs, volatile organic compounds into the air. In the past, if you had some toxins in your house would naturally flush those toxins out because it was drafty. We don't want a house to be drafty because that increases your heating bills, so we seal the house up. But now if we bring a toxic building material in there, there's no place for those toxins to go. And so we need products that are not going to be off-gassing into the building once people are living there. At Buckminster Green, recycling waste materials is a very high priority. So the items that we regularly recycle are wood, drywall, metal, cardboard, clean fill, which covers things like brick, rubble, concrete. All of those things stay out of our dumpsters. Once the crews are trained to separate, I pay less to throw out wood than I would if I threw it in a regular dumpster. To me, this is not about being a tree hugger. This is about making smart decisions. We need to move away from a mindset of what the cost is and move towards looking at the value of the building. There will come a time in the not so distant future when we don't say that this is green remodeling. This is just remodeling. You're dealing with a reputable contractor. These are the practices that you're going to expect. And we won't necessarily call it green. It'll just be what we do because it's what we have to do.